Due to sensitivity surrounding current events and some violent content, viewer discretion is advised.
So with so many leaks and hints about the Resident Evil 4 remake, many people are wondering if Code Veronica will be next in line for the Capcom remake treatment. However, in this video I will go over what Resident Evil remakes I see happening after the possible success or failure of a Resident Evil 4 remake. First off, if you didn't watch my last video about a possible Tokyo Game Show reveal of Resident Evil 4 remake, I went over how I believe we are getting a mid to late 2022 reveal with a 2023 release date and getting delayed to January 2024. So if Resident Evil 4 remake is successful and trounces over every previous Resident Evil sales records, I think they will definitely go work on a Code Veronica remake. Resident Evil 5 is probably too massive unless if Resident Evil 9 takes place in Africa to help make it possible. Code Veronica can reuse so many assets from Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and even Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Remake. So it seems pretty obvious to do, especially with the vocal Resident Evil community. I can see Code Veronica Remake also influence the path Resident Evil 9 takes. The next remake I can possibly see is a Resident Evil 0 Remake. I don't really think it would happen, but I can see them going that route after Code Veronica. When it comes to a Resident Evil 1 remake, I just don't see that happening unless it gets remade with Resident Evil 0, which I doubt that will happen. Then when it comes to Resident Evil 5 and 6, I don't see those getting remakes. Maybe at most ported to the RE engine, or whatever engine Capcom is using 20 years from now, but I think while they could use improvements, they're not getting worked out. So yes, every time I make a Resident Evil 4 remake video, you don't need to tell me about how much you want a Code Veronica remake anymore. Tell it to Capcom on their Twitter and YouTube social media accounts. Now that the war between Code Veronica and Resident Evil 4 remakes are out of the way, let's talk about where I think Code Veronica will get some of its assets from. Oh perfect, here's Resident Evil 3 Remake. Finally, the obvious is that if Resident Evil 4 Remake is a huge failure, then of course Resident Evil remakes will be put on ice for a long time, if not indefinitely.